Good morning. You're listening to Senior Scene on your hometown station, 1430 WNAV. I'm Joshua Killian, social media producer with the Anne Arundel County Department of Age Disabilities, and today I have Paula Kearns here with me, who's the program manager for our long-term care ombudsman program. Welcome to Senior Scene, Paula.
Thanks, Josh. It's good to be here.
Well, first of all, I know our listeners who might not already know what an ombudsman is. Can you let them know what it is that your program does?
Sure. Actually, the word ombudsman is a Swiss word, and it actually just means advocate. So we advocate for residents of long-term care facilities, nursing homes, and assisted living. And we are definitely very resident focused. So in other words, if someone was to call and say, I have a complaint or a question about a resident, we would of course have to run that by the resident and get that resident's consent to do anything at all. But we're very confidential service. We have to try to build their trust because a lot of times they have fear of retaliation, and we just really want to make them understand and trust that we are being confidential with them and we won't share any of their information unless they ask us to.
And I also understand that October is a very important month for any older adults who are living in an assisted living facility or a nursing home. Can you let our listeners know what the month of October is?
Sure. Residents' Rights Month is a very busy time for the Ombudsman program. We are during that month of October, we try to really get the word out about residents' rights. Now, they have lots of rights. Long-term care residents, don't always know what all their rights are. So we try to visit them, and we try to have presentations in long-term care facilities throughout the month and sometimes into November to just really educate them, and sometimes educating the staff as well on what their rights on the rights really are. And the county executive, Stuart Pittman, he has proclaimed the month of October to be Residents' Rights Month in Anne Arundel County, and we appreciate his support. We love that he's showing the value of our elders and their contributions to our community.
And can I ask you, what type of rights does a resident in a nursing home or an assisted living facility have?
So they have lots of rights. And, if you think about it, treating residents with dignity and respect sort of covers all their rights. We want our residents to be treated as people, just like anybody else, and to give them respect and honor. They have the right to privacy. They can visit with their family members in their room privately or have a private phone call. They have a right to get up and go to bed whenever they want, and they should be able to say what time they want to do that or eat breakfast or what have you. They also have constitutional rights, which sometimes we forget about, but they are a citizen of this country just like we are. And so they have constitutional rights, including, being able to go out and vote or do an absentee ballot for voting. Lots of things.
And what are some of the things that you and your program do for the residents that are in these facilities?
Well, we make regular visits to assisted livings and nursing homes, and we make unannounced visits usually. And that way we can kind of see what's going on. They don't expect us to come. We talk with the residents, visit them on a regular basis to see if they have any concerns, if they're being treated fairly. And then we will first empower the resident to advocate for themselves, because if they can advocate for themselves, it makes them so much stronger and they'll be willing to try it the next time. But if they don't feel like they can address it themselves, then we get their consent and we ask them if we can, go and speak with the staff to try to resolve any complaints that they might have. It could be something as simple as day-to-day activities, or we might assist them in contacting the authorities if, perhaps there's abuse of some sort going on. So we provide information to the families, and we can also help them how to choose and apply for long-term care facilities for the loved one. Perhaps they might need help with where they start as far as applying for long-term care Medicaid, and we can help them do that. There's, we're just a wealth of resources. And, we have 15 nursing homes and 130 assisted living homes. And that can be very daunting for somebody to try to choose for their loved one. So we can help them narrow it down.
And so we've talked about some of the rights that these people, that individuals have. We've also talked about a little bit about the Constitution. Can you tell us what laws are in place to protect these individuals?
Well, there are federal as well as state laws for nursing homes. And so the federal laws are regulated by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So they send out surveyors from the state, from a place called the Office of Healthcare Quality, who goes out unannounced for annual reviews as well as complaint reviews. And they check to just make sure that they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing according to the laws. Now, assisted living only has state regulations, but they also have the same sort of survey process. So it's nice when the surveyors of the Office of Healthcare Quality are wonderful at getting a hold of the ombudsman program when they're getting ready to go out, so they can see, what kind of concerns are we seeing in the facility.
Okay, and can you tell us as well what your office will be doing to spread awareness this month?
Yes, we are giving presentations to the staff and the residents, as I spoke about before, and we're trying to canvass as much as we can. We've also developed a residents' rights month activity book that is really a fun way to learn about their rights, and it also includes a list of their rights in there. So we're going to try to spread the word as much as we can.
And what should an Anne Arundel County resident do if they feel that their rights or maybe their loved ones' rights are not being met? And what's the best way for our listeners to get in contact with the Ombudsman program?
Well, if a resident's rights are not being met, they should definitely get a hold of the Ombudsman program. They can reach us at 410-222-4257. And they should just ask for either if their loved one's in a facility, they can ask for the resident's home, who's assigned to that home, and they will put them with that person. Or if they're inquiring about something that there isn't specifically connected to a facility, they will then we can put them with the ombudsman that's receiving calls. So we want to definitely address it. And we also can, with their consent, we can help them send a complaint in to the surveyors at the state.
Okay. And are there other ways for any residents or their loved ones or family members to get involved in Residents' Rights Month?
Sure. They can definitely, we always advise them during Residents' Rights Month, as well as all months, that the families and loved ones visit their residents on a regular basis and keep their eyes open, not only for their loved one, but for others. The old saying, see something, say something. If you see somebody being treated wrong or being neglected or their rights not being honored, then they should reach out to staff if they can to try to resolve that problem, or they can call us again at the Ombudsman program, and we can send the person out that is assigned to that facility, and they will go out and try to resolve any issues that they need to resolve. So, please visit the facilities, work on the activity books with the residents so that they can learn even more about the residents' rights. And not just Residents' Rights Month, but anytime, if you feel that you have a real heart for the well-being of residents of long-term care, we would love to talk to you about volunteer opportunities. So give us a call.
Well, Paula, I wanted to thank you so very much for coming on the show today, and to also thank you for advocating for the rights of older adults in Anne Arundel County.
Thank you. It's so good to be with you, Josh, and to talk about an important subject.
If you have any questions about today's show, or if you're interested in any of our programs, please feel free to contact us at 410-222-4257, or visit us online. Please remember to follow us on Facebook. And this has been Joshua Killian, social media producer with the Anne Arundel County Department of Age and Disabilities. Remember to catch full episodes of Senior Scene only on our YouTube channel, Arundel Seniors. Thank you.